Hey guys, what's up? I just got the sailboat back from the first sail of 2020, and it turns out I've got some explaining to do. Like, why is the sail off the boat? Why is the end of my boom broken? Are you okay there, buddy? Are you okay? He'll be fine. By the way, if you got that joke, you also watch awesome YouTube videos. Why is my motor disassembled? Why is my boom laying on my future mast? How did I get to meet the awesome members of the Lake County Search and Rescue Team? Answers to those and more coming up. We started out in perfect weather. A light breeze perfectly filled my new sail. The rudder, which used to be so neutral, tugged gently at my hand. We had a mission for the day, and the weather forecast was good. I'd been checking the weather every day for 2 weeks. Predicted winds up to 14 miles an hour on every forecast I check, dropping off at 6 p.m. Perfect. We set out from Big Arm and beat to the east, just shy of a reach. The predicted winds filling in as advertised. Our goal was Wallstad Fishing Access, where we would turn north and head for the Cromwell Narrows and then on into Dayton. Total distance was just under 4 miles as the monster swims. Our mission was in the Cromwell Narrows. We were to locate the buoy the North Flathead Yacht Club maintains to mark a shoal, determine its position, and possibly its original mooring. As we headed towards Wallstad, we entered what we've dubbed the elevator, a current of air that hugs the southern shore of Big Arm Bay below Wallstad. With the wind full behind us, we saw 5+ knots on the GPS. I called for a reef as the rig was making ominous sounds. But catboats settled down and we had a lovely beat to our mission site. We also tried to motor on the iron spanker for a few minutes, but it quit, acting fuel-starved. Like the great catboats of the past, we were under sail power alone.
Well, we don't feel overpowered at all. Why, like I said, what the fuck are they doing? Well, we feel. I told you to feel stuff. The mast looks nice and stable. It's got the bench in it, but it's not flexible.
The water in Flathead is 2 feet lower than last year at this time, 10 feet or so from full pool, and at its historical level. Where the buoy was moored was high and dry. We gently beached the boat against the cobbles and I waded ashore. After some pictures, we gingerly made our way towards Dayton. The water was the proverbial morning dew depth, but catboats are known for their ability to float that depth, and with the board up, we just made it through. We decided to stop briefly in Dayton, and I executed my first flying anchor set of the season. Went perfectly. Retrieval went well, and we were soon heading east again. We met up with David Bixby and Linda Bailey in their beautiful kayaks, first hailing them on VHF. It was good to see David again. We chatted for a bit, and then the wind came up. They were off like a shot, and we began a hard beat up the Wild Horse Channel. As we exited the channel, things went a bit sideways. My timeline is not precise, but what I can tell you is that we saw 20 to 25 knot gusts with 15 plus sustained. Seas it 3 feet with bigger ones every few sets. The boat handled it with aplomb, far better than I would have expected. Stable and solid, getting no water in the cockpit at all. The gaff gave up its peril beads, the boom came off of its gooseneck. It was wild. It was too crazy to film. We had other priorities. We ended up under bare poles for a bit, heading at a decent speed towards Melita Island. But with a jury-rigged sail on the second reef, we began what would be a very long and slow slog towards Big Arm. We weren't moving fast, but we were moving, had options, and we were headed in the right direction. Then, surprisingly, and unbidden by us, Lake County Search and Rescue showed up in their powerful rigid inflatable. A sheriff's deputy had seen us drifting from the road and called it in. I informed them of our status and requested a tow. For all intents and purposes, we had suffered an engine failure and joined the legions of others in this position. They were happy to oblige, thankful for our safety, and glad the call was one of importance. In the end, it all ended well. But I don't think I'll be sailing that early again. The lake needs time to fill, and more predictable weather needs time to arrive. The motor will need fixing. Turned out it was a fuel supply issue. It has since been replaced by an electric model. The rig needs redoing, and the sail is getting some much-needed bling. Thanks to those who helped us, those who designed our boat and rig, and those following. We'll have another sailing video up soon, in a month or more.